Hey people, hope you're doing great. My name is Dr. Sharnael, Wolverton-Sehon, and I am a crown diamond working on my royal crown. I was asked to speak to you guys really quickly today for Paige, who is amazing. You're an amazing leader. Oh my God, that shiny, bright, brilliant, radiant woman that she is. She was kind enough to let me be included in you guys' get together today, and I'm just so thrilled that she even asked me. I'm so honored. And so, first of all, thank you. And also, you guys are super lucky to have one of the best leaders in all of Young Living, by the way. She is an awesome, awesome, awesome leader. So very, very, very thrilled to work with her and to be a part of some of the things that we've done together, and to be invited to do this with you guys today is pretty cool too. So first too, I want to say thank you for showing up to this, because this is kind of a big deal that you guys have invested your time to be all together and to learn. And you know, the thing about doing stuff like that, you know, my upline always says leaders show up. And the fact that you guys are all here, you could be anywhere in the world and you guys are here investing and learning and having fun together and doing some things together, and that's a big, big deal. So I'm going to give you some of my quick tips here. Again, my name is Dr. Sharnael, Wolverton-Sehon. I'm an naturopathic doctor, and my background's actually ministry, and I'm all about like God and spirit. When I talk about stuff like that, I am referring to not any kind of religion or church building. I'm talking about like God and spirit and quantum physics and supernatural, and oils has a big part of that. And you guys are all here and doing what you're doing because you have a purpose. You have something really, really important to bring to the table here to help people get health, to help people get balance, to help people get not just abundance, which can be health and wellness and purpose and all those things, but also to get into prosperity. Prosperity can mean a lot of different things too, and it's kind of similar to abundance. Health is really, really important. I just saw a t-shirt the other day that said health is the new wealth, and I absolutely agree with that. So I'm going to give some tips today on how you guys can do that and how you guys can help be your best expression and your divine shiny selves, because people will listen to you that won't listen to me. People will listen to you guys that may not listen to Paige, but you have a way of doing stuff and you have your circle of friends, and if we're going to get the whole world using oils and being healthy and doing their purpose, then we require you. We require everybody. All means all. So my first tip for you is to take your shot. Okay, write this down. Take your shot. A lot of people will say things like, well, one day whenever I get perfect, and one day when I have the money, or one day when I have the building to do the meetings, or one day when I know enough or have enough classes under my belt, or have enough, you know, NDs or MDs or raindrop training, or all the, you know, when I've been to 15 conventions. And if you are here, probably you're way past that. But I'm just telling you, there's always room for you guys to jump out and do something you've never done before and take that shot. Like, do not wait. I just went and saw Hamilton for the second time because I'm freaking crazy in love with that show. It's a Broadway show called Hamilton, and I saw it in New York, and I just saw it in New Orleans, and I've listened to the audio, and the whole thing is about Alexander Hamilton, who was one of the founding fathers of our United States of America. And he one of the songs in there, whether this is real or not, who knows, because you know media, but Alexander, one of the songs in there is I'm not throwing away my shot. I'm not throwing away my shot. And there was a guy named Aaron Burr who in real life killed him, by the way. That is a true story. Shot him in the end. But Aaron was super jealous of him, and in the way they did the Broadway is they made it look like, you know, Alexander just did everything. He stepped out. He didn't wait. You know, he just, you know, and there was even a song like, you know, why do you always speak your mind? Why are you always writing like you're running out of time? You know, because he just did everything. He just did it. He was probably the epitome of like red on red on red on red on red on crack, right? Cancel the crack. But then Aaron, who's a guy who was super jealous of him, or at least that's how they made him, who ended up shooting him. So I guess there's a little bit of anger there, right? He basically was like, his song was, well, I'm just gonna wait. There's actually a song that said something like, just all I gotta do is wait for it, wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. And as a red, I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe you guys, I choose to know. I know Paige ain't waiting for it. I know some of you ain't waiting for it. Like, take your shot. Like, go for it. When there is a situation that comes to you, then you take it. And when there isn't a situation that comes to you, you make it. Like, you take your shot, meaning you create your way, you do it, you just go for it. And, you know, on a spiritual level, I run into Christians a lot of times. They're like, well, I'm really praying about doing the business, or, you know, talk to people about sharing and whatever. And they're like, yeah, well, I'm just praying that God would send me some people and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, and there's something to that for sure. But then there's also like, you be the one. Like, sometimes you are the hands of, well, not sometimes, you are the hands and feet of the Creator in you. And I kind of feel like a lot of times he's looking at us, he, she, whatever, inside of us, because I'm a Bible-believing person, and I also started looking up the Hebrew and Greek and realizing most of the places where it said he, if you look at it, it actually says she, he, it, they, them, because you can't put a gender on source. Source is like way bigger than a man or a woman. So anyway, another side story. God and you is waiting on you. God and you isn't like, oh, you know, you're waiting on God, but God's waiting on you. You are the hands and feet. Go do the thing. You know, Gary would always talk about, like, just go for it. Take the shot. Don't throw away your shot. You have a purpose here. You have a responsibility. Now that you know what you know, with the testimonies that you have and everything that you're doing, this is amazing. Go take your shot. Go talk to people. You couldn't make me shut up about this stuff whenever I first saw my healing. Cancel. Oh, can I say that? I just did. Oops. When I saw what happened to me and the shifts that happened to me, not just physically but emotionally, I was like, why isn't everybody doing this? Why isn't everybody talking about this? Why isn't not this in the news? Like, why is this like hidden? I couldn't believe it. And now it's way more talked about and more trendy, I guess. But for real, like, still, you'd think every single person would be doing this as a norm. There's still people who aren't, apparently. So we get to be the people to introduce them to that. So take your shot, number one. Don't wait. Why wait? Because if you wait, then, like, someone else will take that shot. So why don't, you might as well let it be you. Might as well you get paid for it, right? So it is part of your purpose. You are responsible and you are responsible. You got this. Number two, do something different. If you have already got here, probably you've done some things to get where you are. And I encourage you to make a list of 2 to 3 things that you have never done before with your business or your, I say ministry, because we're on a mission. We're missionaries. We are commissioning doing this. And so if there, I know for a fact, there's even things I haven't done before. Okay. So I often challenge myself and write down things, you know, at the beginning of a month that I've never done before, having to do with this mission. And I immediately tell someone, these are the things I haven't done yet. These are the things I'm going to do. Get some accountability, and then I go do it. On a regular. I stretch myself. There are things in social media that I'm learning all the time. There are things outside of social media, just going and knocking on doors or cold calling or doing ads or, you know, taking a class or doing, you know, learning something new. Do something you've never, ever done before, and then tell someone that you're going to do it. Make yourself accountable so you actually do, and then go do it. That would be my number 2. My number 3 is go somewhere you've never gone before. And I mean physically. I don't mean like mentally in your mind. I mean physically go somewhere you've never gone before. And I say that for a lot of different reasons. One, it is kind of true that sometimes you're not really, a prophet isn't welcome in their own home. Gary would talk about this a lot. And I'm also saying that because for me, I work out of my office. So out of my home. My home is in my office. My office is in my home. All that. And so a lot of times I will go somewhere different, like to the mountains or the ocean, or do something just to get a different mindset. I will go to, things like convention or a raindrop training or convention in Europe or the diamond trip, or go somewhere to either teach a class and do something completely different, and or go somewhere to take a class and do something completely different. Because when you're around a group of people like you guys are doing right now, there is a synergy. There is a quick upgrade when a lot of people are together in a group, all looking for the upgrade together. There's a synthesizer type code that happens where everyone connects really fast and everyone upgrades really fast. So there's something really to that, and there's something to going somewhere else and just hearing what your next thing is. I know you guys hear me. I know some of you are going, oh, that's me, and you guys go do that. So number 1, take your shot. Number 2, do something different. Do a lot of things different on a regular, actually. Number 3, go somewhere different, whether it's convention, retreat, taking a class, or going and teaching a class. Maybe go teach a class in California or Ohio or Wyoming, or someone's been asking you to go do it and it's been kind of like not the timing yet or whatever. Do it anyway. Go. Number 4, get a coach. And it doesn't have to be someone that you necessarily pay, although I think an investment's a good idea. Get a coach and be teachable and listen to what they say. Like, do what they say. Like Paige and some of your other leaders, when they're telling you stuff, they're telling you because they love you and they choose for you to succeed. And they have already made mistakes. I have made mistakes. And when I'm talking to my people, I know I'm saying, hey, do this, do that. And it may not be a cookie cutter thing for every single person, but then there are some absolutes in this business, in this ministry, in this purpose that really, really do work across the board. And I'm telling you, if I can shave off some time, if Paige can shave off some time, if any of these other leaders that are diamonds can shave off time for you so you're not making those mistakes and wasting time and money and energy doing things that don't work, for God's sakes, listen and do what they say. I'm telling you. So go get a coach. I personally just recently hired a coach. I stretched myself more than I ever have with this particular coach. And I've got paid. I meet with this person once a week on a phone, and we talk for an hour, and sometimes twice. And I'm telling you, I take pages of notes from this person. He's an 85-year-old man who's freaking like ridiculously amazing, and he's freaking honest, and he tells me the truth. And every time I get off the phone with him, half the time I'm crying because I'm like, oh my God, that just happened. But I was with Gary for 10 years. He was a coach for me. I'm going to cry. Amazing being of light. I traveled with him to over 12 countries and all over the United States. And he was an amazing mentor for me, and still is wherever he is, because he's everywhere. And he comes in dreams, and he's still teaching. I still hear his voice in the back of my head at times. But I wouldn't be who I am without him. I wouldn't even be a doctor right now without him. He inspired me so much to even go back to school and get my doctorate. And there's someone out there for you to do that. There's someone out there that will inspire you. Inspired means to in spirit. And there are people on the planet right now just waiting to help you and that already see you succeed. And I encourage you to, whoever it is that your person is, I encourage you to make sure they've already done something that you're choosing to do. Don't get a coach from someone who's never done what you're trying to do, okay? I see that all the time. I see people who look to, cross-on friends and whatever, and that's not wrong, but if they haven't done it, that's not your coach. Get someone who's done it before, who knows what to do. And, just like you wouldn't go to the dentist to have a divorce lawyer, you wouldn't go to the librarian to get your teeth clean. It just makes sense. Like, you want to talk to a billionaire to find out how to make billions. You want to talk to a crown or a royal or a diamond if you're choosing to be diamond. because they know how to help you. They know how to support you. They know how it feels to be exactly where you are. And they can see things that maybe you can't see. You know, I hired somebody because I like someone who's honest. I'm crying. And who can see maybe blind spots, and for accountability to say, you know, someone who's honest and go, this, and this. And you're like, oh my gosh, why didn't I see that? They help you. God has given us a ton of people on the planet because we're helping each other. So that's my fourth thing. And my last thing is you earn your money. You don't make money. I think people get confused sometimes when they make their rank, and they kind of sit back and they just like hope that it grows. Or I've heard people go, well, I'm just going to let it grow organically. And I'm just like, oh my God, I hope you don't raise your children like that, because this is your purpose, you guys. This is your business and your purpose. This is way more than a business. This is your purpose. If you have children that you're like, 2, 3, a baby, even 8, 9 years old, you don't stick them in a corner and go, well, I just know they're going to be okay. It's going to grow organically. Freaking no, not possible. That is not a good idea, to stick your kid in a corner and hope for the best. You have got to nurture it. You got to feed it. You got to take care of it. You got to encourage it. You got to inspire it. You got to lead. And when you lead, by definition, when I say lead, be a leader, that means you turn around and people are following you. What are they following? What are you doing that's making anyone follow? To earn money, you earn your spot, and you earn your cash. You earn that check as an independent distributor because you are doing something in you on your own, taking action. It's not your upline's job to make sure that happens. They're not supposed to be putting people underneath you. I mean, they can, but you better be earning that. And by earning that, I mean, what is your service rendered? What are you doing? Are you doing contests? Are you doing incentives? Are you making calls? Are you providing services, whether it's classes or creating graphics for your team, or whatever, newsletters with educational posts, project broadcasts, doing local classes in your local area. There's a lot of different things that you can do, but I think people get to a point where they sometimes have this entitlement thing where they're just like thinking everyone's going to do it for them, or that when they get to a certain point, they kind of just like rest and they don't stretch and expand anymore, or they get tired, or they just like go, well, all the things that I've done before aren't working anymore, so I'm just going to rest and wait on God. And it's just like, no, you got to be strategic. You got to keep on reinventing yourself, because part of the game in all of this is that things change. Things change. And we got to change with the things. Like, believe me, 10 years ago, I wasn't doing stuff on social media. I was literally traveling with Gary or other people 4 days a week, every single week, and I did that for 17 years, even before Gary. Like, get on a plane and go. I don't have to do that anymore. I'm doing videos like 4 to 6 times a week, you guys. Like, whether it's for another team member or a cross-line member or a class for another group, I am constantly earning my check by giving back, by providing service, and not just to my team either. That is also a myth, because if you're just giving to your team, then that means someone else will not give to your team. So I give to everybody. If you look at my YouTubes, my giveaways, my contests, everything on my personal page, I include everybody. All my meetings that I do local, I let everybody come. I don't have this whole mindset where it's like, if you're not on Team Swiftfire, then you better not come, or the contest isn't for you, or whatever. I do incentives on my Facebook pretty much 2 to 3 times a week to give away stuff, and it's to every single person, anyone who shows up. Like, if you want to go to my website, or you want to go to my personal page, I'll even put it on here, and you go have a good time doing it. I'm telling you, just go to Dr. Sharnael. Actually, I also have a Divine Science group, and we give away stuff in there. And that's not just for my team. That is for everyone in Young Living. And I do meetings and interviews there with lots of diamonds, because I believe that when I give, I'm giving to the heart of God. And I believe that when I give and I'm sowing, that it's going to come back to me. And it does come back to me. And I'm also earning my spot, meaning I'm earning, not my spot, but I'm earning my check by giving services rendered. I'm not just like, oh, I hope it happens, and oh gosh, I hope Sally signs up 5 people this month or whatever. It's like, yeah, that's cool, and I hope it works, you know, and I still do hope Sally signs people up, but they better be watching me sign people up. I'm signing people up. I'm doing classes, I'm doing videos, I'm doing social media, and I'm leading. Leading meaning I got to go first. You guys got to go first. If you want leaders, that means you're turning around, people are watching you. What are you leading them to do? You cannot expect anyone on your team to do anything that you're not doing yourself. And Gary would pound that into us all the time. He would never, ever even go on a farm without being out there with some shovel, pitchfork, tractor, whatever. He always was up before everyone, and he was the last person to go to sleep. To the point where we would go on trips at time because, you know, diamond trips were not like they were, before compared to now. The last few years, Gary hadn't been on the diamond trips with us. And when we went, we would be up at 6, freaking working, being on the farm, you know, distilling or running around with him, going to see everything. Literally, the first couple trips that we went on, I would laugh at the newbies who came, the new diamonds who would get in, because they would be crying, going like, oh my God, Gary, can we please sit down and rest? Can we please eat? Can we please just take a nap? Can we please go to bed before 2 a.m. and wake up before 6 a.m. tomorrow, just this one time? Why do they call this a retreat? I would laugh too and be like, this is not a retreat, Gary. Oh my God. This is like, I got to go home and get a vacation from this retreat because I am whooped. Like, he had so much energy. That guy never stopped. He would freaking outrun, outwalk, outtalk, outtrain. I mean, one big thing, if you're ever with Gary, bring snacks and go to the bathroom before you see, because good luck if you get to sleep or eat or anything, unless you are just sneaking a bar or an Ningxia Red, or, yeah, bring all the Ningxia Red and the bee stuff too, and the multigreens, and he would send us thousands of dollars of the oils before we would go on any trip, because I always thought because we're going to these crazy countries like Oman and Ecuador and wherever, and that they would have different viruses. No, I think that his corporate people were sending us that stuff because they knew we would only get 4 hours of sleep, like a day for the whole week we were together, and they were like, oh God, get your immunity built up before we're with Gary for a week, because they all work with him on a regular, and they know how it is to have to keep to that stamina level that the man walked in. So, but we get to do all that now. And I'm not saying run yourself ragged, but I'm saying, like, be that kind of drive, be that kind of light. Know that this is your purpose. He's a man who had purpose and passion. You get to do that now. We get to carry that torch. We get to go on and carry that. And I encourage you to do those 5 things that I said. Take your shot. Don't wait. Do something different. Do 3 things different a month, at least 5 things different a month. And encourage your team to do that too. Number 3, go somewhere different. Whether it's to teach or to be taught, just go somewhere different. Or just to be alone with God and get new idea. Out of rest sometimes comes revelation. And if you are pushing too hard and there's not that balance, the energy of rest actually causes you to collect and attract more chaos. So listen to your body and have balance. But sometimes for me, that means leaving my office because it's my home. And sometimes I don't rest in my own home because it's my office. And I don't have the best. I'm still working on balance. I'm choosing balance, like big time as a red, with an office home. So for me, sometimes it means going to the beach or going to the mountains or going camping or doing something where I'm not plugged up to a bunch of cell phones and everything. So 4, get a coach, and 5, earn your money. Don't make your money. That will put you in prison, by the way. We don't make money. You can't physically go print out money in your backyard or whatever. So earn your keep. Do something for your people. So I hope this helps you guys. You guys have the best time ever. I'm so excited about where this takes you. Please, if you are on this, give me a shout out, like find me on Facebook. Just say, hey, I watched this, and because I can't see any of y'all being here on this recording. So if you are on here and this touched you in any way, or you got something out of it, if you could please just like inbox me, or and go, hi, I watched the video and it was really great, or it really sucked, or whatever. No, don't tell me that. Just say, hi, and that way I can like go look at your profile and see your face. So when I see you at convention or wherever, I can give you a hug and say hey in real life. So I hope to meet all of you in real life. I know you guys are gonna have a great time with Paige, and thank you again, Paige. Love, 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 love you, sis. You're an awesome leader, and I am so proud and just honored to work with you. Mwah. You're amazing. Talk to you guys soon. I'll see you guys on social media or in real life. Catch me on YouTube or find me on Facebook. Oh, and report your miracles to me, because you guys are going to have some freaking awesome miracles out of this little chat right here. I swear to you. I am not even joking. You're going to have some great miracles, and you're going to report them to me and tell me, oh my God, this just happened, or oh my God, that just happened. Watch. Mark my word. Write it down on your paper right now. I will have miracles. I am miracles. I'm a freaking walking miracle right now, and I attract miracles daily. Do that right now. All right? Talk to you soon. Bye.